You know the postcard. A whole city frozen under ash. Everyone dead where they stood. Pompeii. The place nobody walked away from. Except most of them did. And two men who started this morning in the same street are about to find out who. You and your neighbor Marcus are standing in the street when Vesuvius goes off. It isn't a bang so much as a pressure you feel in your chest before your ears catch up. You both turn. Off the top of the green mountain everyone grows vines on. A column of black is climbing fast, spreading flat at the very top like a vast pine tree made of smoke. For a second nobody in the whole city moves. Then it comes back to life around you, and it comes back wrong. Calm. People point. Someone laughs. The ground has been twitching all week, and the city shook badly 17 years ago too, and was simply rebuilt. Marcus claps your shoulder and says there will always be work for men who patch walls in this town. You are not laughing. You are watching the cloud, and the cloud keeps getting bigger, and something low in your gut says go. Come with me. You tell him. North. Now, while the road is still clear. Marcus shakes his head. The shop is here. Everything he owns is here. He will wait it out, see how bad it gets, and leave if it truly comes to that. You go. He stays. That single sentence is the whole story. Mark this minute, because it has already decided almost everything. The road north to Naples is, right now, 13 miles of clear dry stone. The people who turn and walk on this exact sound are the reason most of Pompeii survives. You will never again be this safe, and Marcus will never again have this good a chance. Neither of you knows it. You walk fast, against the grain. Everyone else is still milling, deciding, ducking back indoors for one more armful. You weave past them and get out the north gate while it is still just a gate and not a death trap. The first hour is almost easy. Stone has started to fall, light gray pumice full of holes, weightless enough that the first piece you catch does not even sting. You tell yourself it is nothing. You keep your head down and your feet moving. Back in the city, Marcus stands in his doorway watching that same pumice pile up in his courtyard, ankle deep before he quite believes it. He tells himself the roof is good. The roof is Roman. It has held through worse. He is, at this exact moment, making the most reasonable choice available to him. Reasonable is going to kill him. The strange thing about your own choice is that it does not feel smart yet. It feels like overreacting. The stone is light. The sky is only dirty. Half of you is already drafting the apology to Marcus for having panicked over nothing. A mile out, the road forks, and so does everyone on it. Some are headed south on the wider, familiar road towards Stabiai. A big knot of people peels off that way, moving with confidence, because that is the route they know. Others cut for the coast. Reach a boat, take the sea, let the water carry them clear of all of it. Smart, on paper. The harbor is right there. You go north instead. Uphill, the slower and harder way, away from the easy road, and away from the water, because north is the only direction that is actually away from the mountain. Here's where leaving stops being the same as living. Leaving was never enough. Direction was the second filter, and it was just as deadly as the first. The people who went south, the confident ones on the good road, are the bodies that get found to the south of the city. They left, and they died anyway, because they ran along the mountain instead of away from it. And the harbor crowd? The sea was already thick with floating pumice. No boat could get close enough to shore to take anyone off. They reached the water and the water was a wall. You know none of this yet. You only feel, stubbornly, that uphill and inland is the one direction that makes sense, and you take it while the south road empties out beside you. 2 miles. 3. And now you start to think you got it wrong. The pumice is not light anymore. It comes down hard enough to bruise, piling on your shoulders, filling your sandals, turning the road into something you wade through instead of walk. A piece cracks off a roadside tomb and clips a woman ahead of you. She goes down and does not get all the way back up. The air is thick. Every breath is half grit. And the ugly thought arrives right on time. Marcus was right. Out here there is nothing over your head, nothing to stop the sky. At least a roof is a roof. Maybe staying put was the safe move, and you are the fool dying in the open. Back in the city, Marcus, under that good Roman roof, is hearing the first house on his street come down. Not a crack, but a low whump, the sound of a whole building sitting down on itself, and the screaming after it that tells him it was not empty. The roof he trusted is now holding tons of stone it was never built for. Every roof in Pompeii is. They fail one at a time all night, and nobody inside gets to choose when. So which of you is the fool? For about an hour, out on that road, you honestly cannot tell. That not knowing is the engine of the whole night, for you and for him, both. Something shifts, and your body knows before your mind does. Far behind you, down the slope, the mountain stops raining and starts pouring. A glow lets go off its side and runs downhill across the ground, fast and low and alive. The falling stone you have hated all day was the survivable part. This new thing is the part that kills. It does not reach you. You are miles north and uphill now, and the first one stops short of where you are. But you feel the wind of it shove past, you feel the air go hot and wrong, and all at once you understand, the question was never stone or no stone. It was how far from the mountain you are when it finally exhales. You are far. You keep getting farther. Back in the city, Marcus is not far. He is exactly where he started. The first of these hot avalanches reaches the edge of Pompeii tonight and falls back. The next will come in about 80 minutes. Then the next, each one a little farther into the street. The window he could have walked out of at noon is now a crack, and the crack is closing on a clock he cannot see. You do not stop. Nobody still alive out here stops. You march through a dark that has nothing to do with night. One hand on the person ahead of you, the road under your feet, the only thing you trust. Somewhere in those black hours you cross the outer limit of the falling stone. The air clears by degrees. You do not notice the moment it happens. You only notice, much later, that you can breathe through your nose again. That the weight has lifted off your shoulders. You have walked out the far side of it. You just do not believe it yet. Back in the city, Marcus has finally accepted it is bad. Too late to walk now. The streets are chest deep and the surges are coming. So he does the only thing left. He pulls his family into a back room, drags a bed frame against the door, and waits, all of them together, listening to the house. A real family was found exactly like that. Their room had an open roof for catching rain, the clever Roman way, and the stone poured straight down through it onto them. The barricade was never going to matter. By the time you barricade a door in Pompeii, the decision that could have saved you is already 12 hours behind you. And then, near morning, it eases. For you, far to the north, it means the sky finally lightens, and you let yourself believe you have made it. You have not sat down in 18 hours. You sit down. For the people still near the city, that same easing means something far more dangerous. The pour from the sky thins. The hammering stops. Gray daylight, filthy but real. It is over. Doors open up and down the buried streets. People who hid all night stagger out alive, relieved. Some who fled in the dark even turn around and head back in, because a man has to eat next week, and surely the worst is past. It is the single most lethal moment of the whole eruption. And it feels exactly like rescue. Back in the city, Marcus survives the night. Genuinely, past the first surges, past the long dark, into the gray morning. He gets up. He thinks it is done. He steps outside into the calm to see what is left of his street. He is standing in the open, looking up, when the mountain takes its last and biggest breath. The final surge comes faster and hotter than anything before it, a flood of gas and ground-up rock moving down the slope, over the walls, through every street at once, hot enough to kill in the time it takes to flinch. It does not reach you at all. You are north, you are high, you are a full night's march past the edge of it. You feel the day go strange one last time, a far-off pressure, a dirty bloom on the southern horizon. You do not even know yet what you are looking at. It reaches Marcus completely. In the open mid-thought, in the calm he trusted, it is over for him before he can finish turning his head. Two men, The same street, the same noon, the same mountain. One walked north on a sound he could not explain and kept his legs moving for 18 ugly hours. One made the reasonable choice. Again and again, each one smaller and later than the last, until the choices ran out. The difference between them was never courage and never luck. It was about 6 hours, and the word soon. Years later, in Naples, you are an old man with a story nobody quite believes. That you once outwalked a mountain. Down the coast, the city you left is under 20 feet of ash, and it stays there for 1,700 years. When they finally dig it out, they find the hollows where people used to be, and they pour them full of plaster. One of those casts, a man in the open, looking up, goes behind glass. A visitor leans in and murmurs the thing everyone murmurs. God. Everyone here died. Most of them did not. You did not. But Marcus did, and the mountain is not what killed him. The mountain never trapped him. It just kept giving him one more chance. And in the end, he ran out of chances before he ran out of road.